You see them everywhere. In boardrooms, in comment sections, even at the family dinner table. The debaters, the arguers, they come armed with facts, with logic, with what they believe is an irrefutable case. They lay out their points with surgical precision, dismantling their opponent's position piece by piece. They corner them, leaving no room for rebuttal. And then, a moment of triumph, the opponent falls silent or concedes the point. A victory, or so it seems. Look closer. The person who lost the argument isn't enlightened. They're resentful. Their silence isn't agreement. It's contempt. You didn't win a convert. You created a subtle enemy. You wounded their pride, and for that they will never forgive you. They'll smile, they'll nod, but they'll look for ways to undermine you. The project you argued for will be quietly sabotaged. The trust you thought you had is now eroded. You won the battle of words, and in doing so, you guaranteed you would lose the war. You are wasting your breath. Every word you spend trying to rationally convince an opponent is a wasted effort. It's a fool's errand, born of a naive belief that humans are creatures of logic. They are not. They are creatures of emotion, vanity, and ego. Your perfect argument is an attack on their intelligence. Your flawless logic is an insult to their judgment. And they will resist it with every fiber of their being, not because you're wrong, but because you are you. There is a more effective way, a colder, more permanent path to victory. It is the 9th law of power. Win through your actions, never through argument. This law isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about choosing the right battlefield. The verbal arena is for jesters and academics. It's a swamp of bruised egos and endless debate. The true battlefield is the real world, a place of tangible results and undeniable facts. The master of power understands that words are like smoke. They are easily blown away, reinterpreted, or denied. Actions, however, actions are like stone. They have weight. They occupy space. They create a new reality. You can argue with an opinion, but you can't argue with a finished building. You can debate a theory, but you cannot debate a successful outcome. Don't talk about how your strategy is superior. Execute a small part of it and show the results. Don't argue that your critic is wrong. Achieve the very thing they said was impossible. Let the reality you create be your only statement. While others are busy crafting their rebuttals, you will have already moved on, building the next fact, laying the next stone of your empire. The time they spend talking is the time you spend winning. Let's dissect this principle. There are 3 truths you must understand to master it. First, the folly of debate. When you argue with someone, you're operating under the false assumption that you're both engaged in a rational search for truth. This is almost never the case. You're engaged in a battle of wills. The other person's beliefs are intertwined with their sense of self. To attack their belief is to attack them. Think of it this way. Their opinions are like a fortress they have built around their ego. When you attack with the cannons of logic and facts, you aren't inviting them out for a parley. You are declaring war. Their natural response is to raise the drawbridge, reinforce the walls, and prepare for a siege. Even if you breach their defenses and prove them wrong on one point, their pride will simply not allow them to surrender the fortress. Instead, they will quietly resent you for the damage you caused. You haven't won an ally. You've created a casualty who now has a personal stake in your failure. Second, the absolute power of demonstration. Words can be misunderstood. Actions are clear. They are a universal language. Instead of telling your superiors that your new proposed system will increase efficiency, build a small-scale model. Run a pilot program. Gather the data. Present them not with an argument, but with a result. Here is the data from a 1-week trial. Efficiency is up 15%. Costs are down 10%. These are not debatable points. They are facts. They are undeniable. Your boss now has a choice: to deny reality or to adopt the strategy that you have already proven to be successful. By demonstrating its value, you make it their idea to support it. You're not forcing them to admit they were wrong. You're giving them an opportunity to be right. When a rival claims your goal is unattainable, don't waste a single moment arguing with them. Let their words hang in the air. Use their doubt as fuel. Then, quietly, methodically, achieve the goal. Your success becomes a public and permanent refutation of their judgment. You don't need to say, "I told you so." Your victory says it for you, and with a force 1,000 words could never match. Third, the art of the symbolic act. Sometimes a single action can be more powerful than a library of arguments. It's a form of political theater. It bypasses the cynical mind and speaks directly to the soul. When the city of Florence commissioned the statue of David, the patron, Piero Soderini, told Michelangelo that the nose was too large. Michelangelo knew it was perfect. Did he argue? Did he present a lecture on human anatomy and proportion? No. He climbed the scaffold with his chisel and a handful of marble dust he had concealed in his pocket. He positioned himself in front of the nose, making loud tapping noises with his chisel, while letting the dust fall to the ground. He hadn't touched the statue at all. He then turned to Soderini and asked for his opinion. "Much better," the patron declared. "You have given it life." Michelangelo won. He preserved his artistic vision, and he allowed his patron to feel important and wise. He didn't win through argument. He won through a symbolic gesture, a small, brilliant piece of theater that cost him nothing and gained him everything. Learn to think like this. What is the symbolic act that will demonstrate your point without provoking a defensive ego? Find it and perform it. Stop trying to win minds. It's a pointless, exhausting endeavor. Minds are fickle things, clouded by pride and insecurity. Instead, focus on shaping reality. Build things. Achieve things. Create results so tangible and so overwhelming that they render all debate obsolete. Let the talkers have their fleeting victories in meetings and online forums. It's a small prize. Your objective is not to be proven right in a conversation. Your objective is to win in the world. Let your work be your rhetoric. Let your success be your argument. Your deeds are your declaration of war, and your victory is its only necessary conclusion. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more insights.